Hello, Trump Take 5 is on. This is our first full recap of the day, and we're going to do it all in less than 5 minutes. Everything important that's happened. Probably the most consequential thing that Donald Trump did this weekend was he met with Vladimir Putin. This was in Vietnam at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. And when the two men got together, Trump told reporters that he asked him again about the meddling in the election. Trump's quote was, he said he didn't meddle. I asked him again. You can only ask so many times. Every time he sees me, he says, I didn't do that. And I really believe that when he tells me that, he means it. But he also added on top of that he thinks that, basically Putin was insulted by him continuing to ask, and that's not good. So I guess from now on, we can expect that Trump won't ask him about that anymore. Now, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but I'm not sure what's more outrageous here. One, that if Trump believes what Putin would tell him if he asked him in such a way, like that would even be something that would be a way to find out the answer to that question, or that he thinks that other people will believe that he believes it. You know what I mean? Like his followers will say, hey, look, he looked him square in the eye and he asked him man to man and he said no. Either way, it's kind of a non-story except for the fact that it's ridiculous that he would say that he would ask that, and that's all we need to talk about there. More troubling, I would say, on the same subject was that Trump called the U.S. intelligence services, the main people who are in charge of the intelligence wing of our government, political hacks, more or less. I mean, he said, when asked about the fact that everyone seems to have a consensus that Russia did meddle in the election, he basically said it was just a Democratic hit job led by a few guys on those security teams for political gain. And then he fired off a tweet that says, which I'll read directly here, when will all the haters and fools out there realize that having a good relationship with Russia is a good thing, not a bad thing? They're always playing politics, bad for our country. I want to solve North Korea, Syria, Ukraine, terrorism, and Russia can greatly help. Again, this seems kind of delusional, but it's just par for the course for what we can expect from Trump from now until he's not president anymore, I would say. I don't find that very surprising. I find it dangerous, of course. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I accept any of this as good stuff. I'm just saying that it's not surprising that he does the things that he always does. John Brennan, who is a former CIA director, did fire back. The basis of his statement makes a lot of sense. He says if he doesn't confront it directly, he's basically giving Putin a pass. I'm not saying that Putin is like the ultimate boogeyman or anything like that, but I am saying that we should remember that Donald Trump talked about how he was going to be the strongest leader and he was going to do all these things. And it looks to me, whenever he interacts with this guy, that he just lets him walk all over him. I don't know where there's anything good for our country in that. There may be things good down the line for Trump later as a result of that, but I don't, who knows? I already covered the Trump-Kim Jong-un tweet battle that happened, so I won't go into that one again. In less sensational news, President Trump nominated a former pharmaceutical executive as the top guy at the Health and Human Services Department. I mean, this sort of thing happens all the time because they say, well, who knows better about these industries than the people who led them, but it doesn't seem to be the right kind of choice for me. The guy's name is Alex Azar. One of the things that we lose in the chaos that is Trump's presidency is the fact that although his administration isn't doing much in the way of policy, except for trying to destroy Medicaid and basically cut the taxes for the richest people in the country, they are installing judges places. I mean, that is happening. There was one over the weekend, Brett Talley. He's a brand new lawyer. He's never tried a case. He's actually only been a lawyer for 3 years. He would be rated as not qualified by the American Bar Association. At least that's what the New York Times said. All of that is pretty interesting in itself, but he also did not disclose that he was married to the chief of staff of the White House counsel. So that's a little bit of something that may develop. One other Trump family thing happened, and this is probably pretty interesting, and it'll probably develop a little bit more into tomorrow, but it's been confirmed that Donald Trump Jr. was actively talking to WikiLeaks through his Twitter direct messages. That'll be it for today. Please like the video, please share it, and tell your friends about this. Remember, we're just trying to do everything that's pertinent in 5 minutes or less so you can take a break from Trump and stay away from Trump fatigue if you need to. Take 5 if you will. Come back again tomorrow.